Zero credit to Caitlin Clark effect as Sue Bird agrees to Megan Rapinoe's strong women's sports statement. She is not the next Michael Jordan. She's not female Stephen Curry. She is Caitlin Clark, and that is more than enough. Since her junior year at Iowa, the Des Moines native has brought attention to women's basketball through her record-chasing scoring bombardment. With her exciting logo threes, and where did that come from? Passes, the No. 22 guard has brought in the eyes women's basketball was looking for. And that brought in the Caitlin Clark effect and Clarkonomics. Here are some numbers for you to note. The OSU's Iowa Hockey's game, where Clark broke Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record, stands as the most-watched game at 3.39 million viewers. The only two playoff games that the Indiana Fever played last season averaged 2.2 million viewers. The entire postseason otherwise averaged 1.1 million. According to Dr. Ryan Brewer, division head and associate professor at Indiana University Columbus, Indianapolis local economy saw a boost of $36 million since Clark stepped in. Clark's debut season equaled a 1,300% increase in ticket sales. Moving into the next WNBA season, the Indiana Fever will have 41 of its 44 games televised, most national TV games for a single team in WNBA history. At least 6 teams have moved their home games against the Fever to bigger arenas, seeing the sales potential from last year, including the Chicago Sky, the Dallas Wings, the Washington Mystics, the Las Vegas Aces, the Connecticut Sun, and the Atlanta Dream. So, it might be a given for many that Caitlin Clark will be mentioned when growth in women's sports is discussed. And she has been. The fire was going, it was burning, and it was burning brighter. But Caitlin came, and she poured gasoline all over that thing, and just took it to another level. Sue Bird spoke on Clark when she was named Times Athlete of the Year. But when the question came up again, where did Bird lean as her fiancé makes a statement on the growth? On the recent episode of CBS Mornings, Gayle King asked, "Megan, talk about the explosion in women's sports. 'Cause it's basketball, it's soccer, it's everything that we're all paying attention now in ways that we've never have before, the last couple of years I would say." At the same time, Tony Dokupil also chimed in, "It's billions of dollars." Rapinoe was eager at the sound of it. "You are exactly right," she began, pointing to Tony. But she wasn't going to factionalize the impact. It's money and eyeballs. We feel like the world finally caught up to women's sports. We've always sort of been here. We've always been exciting, whether it's World Cups or Olympics or Final Fours, but the investment is there now. And that allows you to grow the business at every level, from front office to the fan experience to paying players to the sponsors that are like supporting the whole business, stated Rapinoe as Sue Bird nodded along with her, agreeing. Which 4 players could Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever draft from the 2025 NCAA tournament? Being sports legends themselves, one thing that has mattered for Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird was women's sports getting the recognition it deserves. How can we be a part of really bringing women's sports to where it needs to be? Being their mantra to bring more attention to the sports. The Storm legend held the record alongside Diana Taurasi for most Olympic gold with 5 until the Phoenix Mercury GOAT did one better and raised the bar to a 6. We have seen the national team bag a record 8 consecutive titles on the very stage, while the USWNT rose to prominence as the most successful team internationally. On the collegiate end, Candace Parker took care of the Dunks, Mississippi Street of the Cinderella run against 11-time champions, and Eric Ogunbowale of the Clutch to win Notre Dame the trophy. Breanna Stewart winning 4 consecutive national championships and boosting UConn to its blue blood status once again. Angel Reese dominating the glass like it's no one's business and bringing the NCAA championship to LSU in her very first season with them. Caitlin Clark, almost single-handedly, bringing Iowa's Carver-Hawkeye Arena back to life as she took them to 2 consecutive national championship games. Indeed, the talent has always been there. The excitement has always been there. And now there are eyes and money too. She wasn't wrong. The numbers prove